Hello, broadcasters. Welcome to episode 131 of the StreamYard Live Town Hall. My name's Geige, and I'm here with Dan, of course. Dan, how are you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
Doing well. It's been it's been a good week. For anyone new here, Dan and I are the founders of StreamYard. We do these town halls every single Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific, and we do them for a few reasons. One is to stay in tune with you guys, go through the same flow you guys do when you do your own shows. Two is to answer any of your questions. So if there's anything you'd like us to touch on tonight, feel free to leave it in the chat. We'll do our best to touch on all of them. And then I always make sure I mention our three pillars, which are ease of use, stability, and professional stream. So if you're about those three things, StreamYard is the tool for you. See lots of people from all over the world in the chat tonight. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. Stuart says he's tuning in. It's 2 a.m. his time, so appreciate you hanging out so early, I guess. Before I forget, lots of shows these days. So we got StreamYard Spotlight Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern with Dana and Kelsey, a show highlighting folks like you guys from the community and how you're having success with live streaming. We've got live streaming reviews Saturdays at noon Eastern. Once a month, those are with Dean Imman and Daniel Batal. And then other weeks, it's with Christian and Letitia. And we have live stream Impact with Julie Mondays at 2 p.m. Eastern. And then also open office in the Facebook group if you just need extra help with Julie and Mel and sometimes Christian. And I believe those are at 10 a.m. Eastern. I gotta double check. All right, let's see if anyone has any questions in the chat. Hey, Pete, nice to see you here. Tristan, thanks for hanging out with us every week. Hey, Kelsey from the StreamYard team, thanks for watching. I'm not seeing any immediate questions, so let's go to the first topic, which was, fun fact. So fun fact for this week was most memorable place you've ever visited. What's the most memorable place you've visited, Dan?
There's definitely a lot for me. I would say one that's sort of more on my mind just because it was more recent is New Zealand. So awesome. I'm from British Columbia, Canada, where there's the Rocky Mountains, like very, very beautiful place. And New Zealand was pretty similar to that, but I thought quite different, especially the South Island. I was a huge fan of. So in Queenstown, I don't know if anyone's ever been to Queenstown, but in Queenstown on the South Island, and pretty much the whole South Island of New Zealand, I just love that it's almost like it's not like mountain ranges. It's like the whole island is just like perfect peaked mountains. Like every direction you look is just like these like perfect mountains. I just thought it was super cool, so scenic. So that one's very memorable for me, just partly because it's recent, but also just I loved how scenic it was.
Very, very cool. Yeah, mine's probably, as a kid, I went to Europe with my dad and we visited Italy. I remember thinking Italy was super cool because of how late everyone stayed up. That was crazy to be walking around at 9 or 10 p.m. and everyone was still just like up and walking around. So that's probably the most memorable one for me.
Cool. Is it always like that, or just certain times of the year?
I'm not 100% sure. I got the sense that it's generally like that, but I could definitely be wrong.
Cool.
Tony says, when can StreamYard save individual video streams separately from the broadcast for re-editing later? That's certainly something we're looking into, Tony. I'd be curious all the ways you'd like to use that. I know for most people, it's like, actually you said it right there, re-editing. Curious if there's anything other than just having a high quality version for editing, if there's anything interesting you would do with them, but it's something we're actively experimenting with. Got folks from Tampa in the Philippines. Thanks for hanging out with us. Pete John says, stability for the win, saved me when my Mac crashed midstream and I could reboot and rejoin the same stream in 2 minutes. Awesome. Happy to hear that, Pete. Actually reminds me of one thing we wanted to touch on tonight that we're excited about is we're testing out some quality improvements. So as some of you guys may know, StreamYard is cloud-based. So the mixing of the stream and the transcoding and sending it out to different places, that all happens on sort of StreamYard's end. StreamYard has, like you guys have your own computer, StreamYard has all of its own computers. And one of our engineers, two of them, Martin and Alex, have done some really cool testing with basically, oversimplifying things, but basically new types of computers and different types of configurations, which should lead to much better overall video quality. So things like higher frame rates and just better quality in general, and could also lead to the ability for us to do some other interesting things as far as features. So it's already being tested with a small percentage of users. So super, super exciting stuff there. Anything to add to that one, Dan?
No, just enables a lot of other things. So yeah, big shout out to Martin and Alex, and looking forward to see what else we can do with it.
Absolutely. Hey, Anita, nice to have you here. IRC says, I have a question. Is it possible to highlight the one who is speaking when there are more than 5 guests on the screen? It makes it easier to identify who is talking. I was going to say you can full screen them IRC, but I assume you mean like have a colored box or something around them. And as far as right now, that is, we do not have an option for that, but appreciate the suggestion. Charles says, calendar booking inside StreamYard. Yes. I'm assuming that's a feature request, but yeah, I definitely agree that would be a super useful feature, Charles. And likely we will at some point, just to make the experience with guests easier, either integrate with tools like Calendly or come up with a direct integration ourselves. Anita says, does Hopin only work for the StreamYard platform? No, Hopin, you can use any tools you want with Hopin, Anita. You would just use the RTMP option of that tool to send it into to Hopin, but you can use anything you want. StreamYard just has a direct integration. So if you just want to stream directly from within Hopin, we now actually have StreamYard itself essentially built in, so you can pop comments up on screen and do stuff like that. Joe Dog's most memorable place was Space and Rocket Museum in Huntsville, Alabama, standing under the Saturn V and experiencing the size.
Cool.
That sounds pretty rad.
Never been, but that does sound cool.
Tony says, re-edit a show, for example, after the fact for individual audio tracks. Absolutely.
Video.
Video tracks. Tristan confirmed that Italy is indeed like that all the time, so good to know.
Really? Very interesting. That's cool.
Another thing we wanted to touch on, we mentioned it last week, but just as another reminder, because we'd love to have more people testing, we are experimenting with infinite scrolling comments. So for those of you that have a more active chat, you'd notice that once you get over, I always forget the numbers, like 120, Dan, or 150? Once you get over 120 comments, you lose the old comments. You only see the 120 most recent comments. So we're working on a new change that essentially makes it so you have all the comments and you can scroll all the way through them. So if you're interested in trying that for your own streams, an early version of it, send an email to contact@streamyard.com with just infinite scrolling comments in the title, and we'd love to have you test it. Cool. Joe says, who or where can I go to find intros and outs for my podcast? That is a good question. The one that I always hear for people looking for, whether it's specifically for a podcast or just like a video intro, not necessarily an audio intro, is stuff like Fiverr. There's tons of great freelancers on there who do really good work.
Cool. I like Joe's jersey. I don't know if you saw that. It looked like a Steven Stamkos Lightning jersey, or Vincent Lecavier, like one of the captains of the Lightning.
Cool.
I'm curious who it is. If you want to let us know.
Cool. Tangerine says, yay, it's StreamYard Sunday. Hey, gentlemen, and live chat. Thanks for joining us, Tangerine. Nice to have you here. Tracy says, fantastic. Excited for the unlimited comments. Absolutely.
Yeah, it'll be great for our town hall. I know we run into that every week. As soon as we do the giveaway and everyone's typing in #the_yard, we lose all the older comments.
Yeah, hashtag the yard is the most memorable one. I always try to time it because it's like as soon as we do the giveaways, I'm going to lose all the comments. So it'll be a nice one to have for sure. Tristan says, memorable, flew to Infusionsoft conference and captured Gary V, got photos and video included in the press pack. Awesome. Cool. All right. What did we have next? We were curious how many of you guys attended the Hopin Illuminate conference. It was one of Hopin's, I don't think one of it, was the first Hopin hybrid event, so it actually had an in-person component in Los Angeles and then also a virtual component. Curious how many of you were able to attend and what you guys thought of that.
Sweet. And for anyone who doesn't know, I imagine a lot of you kind of hardcore StreamYard fans here know, but StreamYard's owned by Hopin, hence the Hopin event. Question.
Absolutely. Let's see here. Carson Caliber says, we've even gotten companies like Lamborghini to use our platform rather than Zoom for our interview. Cool. Congrats on that. That's awesome.
Sweet.
Tony says, my Puddles needs a brother. Time to win another Puddles. Good luck to you, Tony. Mario says, when are you guys going to add a destination to Instagram? So that's definitely a popular request, Mario, and we'd love to support it. Right now, Instagram does not It's against their policy to accept streams outside of the native Instagram app itself. But if that ever changes, we'd certainly love to integrate with it. Sounds like Tristan was a fan of Illuminate. Good to hear, Tristan.
Cool.
One thing that was announced at Illuminate that we thought would be cool to show you guys was Hopin now actually has a free version of the product. And again, like Dan said, the reason we're talking about Hopin is StreamYard's now part of Hopin, and it's a virtual events platform. But they have a brand new free version, and we thought it'd be cool to and a new product video. So we thought it'd be cool to quickly show you guys the product video for Hopin. So we'll go ahead and share that. I think I got it here. All right, here it is. So yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, it's exciting that they have a free version. So it's now much easier to check out if you guys just want to try it. And there's a direct StreamYard integration. So if you want to use StreamYard for producing those types of events, you absolutely can.
Cool. It's a good video.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Marley says, after multiple tries over the past year, I finally got approved for LinkedIn Live yesterday. Excited to stream my show to 3 platforms this Tuesday. Congrats, Marley's. That's awesome. Sweet. Yeah, it sometimes takes a while, so I've got to be persistent with it. But yeah, I'll have to bookmark it. Nancy says, can a pro account have access to a non-branded giveaway tool? I assume by branded, Nancy, you just mean like the fact that it's got the StreamYard header at the top. Right now, we just have that giveaway tool available for everyone. That's separate tool. So not at this time, but at some point we'll likely integrate the tool more directly into the studio itself. So something we might consider.
Yeah, or maybe we just do something about the logo. I'm not sure. That was never really the intention. We just had it there because it's like the top left of the website, but I definitely get it.
Cool. Tony, comment on the price. There is a free version now, Tony. So you can actually, I think it's up to 100 registrants too. So if you want to host an event for 100 people, you can totally do that for free. Dave says, do the comments on Hopin feed into StreamYard? Yes, they do. If you're using the integration on Hopin itself of the StreamYard studio, you will get all the comments inside of Hopin. Joe Dog says, would like to have scheduling organizable or just place next to air at top, then drop down in order schedule to air next. Do you understand? Oh, I think I know what you're saying, Joe. So you mean like on the StreamYard dashboard where you see all the upcoming broadcasts, to essentially be able to sort them based on the date they're actually going live versus when you created them. We would like to add more sorting options there. Joe says, on the free plan, how long is one stream for? So I'm not sure if it's Hopin or StreamYard, Joe, but if it's StreamYard, it's 20 hours a month on the free version. So technically you could stream do it all at once and stream for 20 hours. I'm not sure what the limit is on Hopin, but if you just go to their pricing page, it should list it there. All right, what else do we have here? Dimebag says, please consider a switch on the main screen of the mobile interface so you can change from the front camera to back camera. Any thoughts on that one, Dan?
Yeah, it's something we definitely considered. And I'd be curious, like, are you referring to for host or guest? I'm guessing for host, if you're the one asking, but good to know if you're specifically talking about the host or the guest experience.
Cool. One thing we want to mention that we've been trying to do every week, we have the StreamYard blog now. There will be 2 more posts up tomorrow morning, so be on the lookout for that. But if you're interested in contributing to that blog, I know tons of you have super useful information to share, whether it's all the way from producing a stream to content ideas, all kinds of stuff in the live streaming space. So if you go to StreamYard.com/contact, there's a form there that you can submit if you're interested in contributing. So please do.
Cool.
Another thing we were curious to ask you guys about, assuming I'm not sure if it's on for everyone or just some people, but Facebook comments now have a new upvoting feature where you can upvote or downvote comments. Was just curious what you guys are thinking, how useful it is to you guys if you enjoy the feature, and if that's if it ever comes to live video, if it's something that you'd like to see somehow implemented in the StreamYard studio.
Sweet. Is that just for groups? Do you happen to know? I think it might just be groups.
Groups is the only place I've actually seen it. So maybe people in the chat can let us know if they've seen it other places. But that's where I've seen the comments. I thought the downvoting was interesting.
Yeah.
Make you feel a bit bad if your comment gets downvoted. And Facebook style is usually just the like upvote method. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. I've never had like the dislike button or anything. I found it like even something like Stack Overflow, which if anyone doesn't know is like a programming question and answer website. And I've always liked how downvoting there almost like costs you points to actually downvote someone, because like they don't want people just downvoting kind of willy-nilly. It should be like, you really deliberately think this is a bad answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a community, you get someone who's upset and they just start downvoting a bunch of stuff. Maybe they block people from doing that. I'm not sure.
John says it's just for groups. Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, interesting. I think they've experimented with it before. I don't think it's the first time they've had that feature.
Oh, if it's the first time.
A couple of years ago, they had something like that as well. But interesting.
John Butler says, in the StreamYard templates, when you have a person big on the left and the other small on the right, I wish you could click on the person you want to go big instead of having to move them in the window during the stream to the first person, if you can understand that. I can't understand that, John. We have considered doing something, and I agree it would be nice to make it a bit easier. We've considered
trying to make it easier, basically.
Yeah, but we were going to do something with the you know better than me, Dan, but the tiles at the bottom, we were considering making them where you could sort of reorder those in order to sort of before someone gets actually added. Can you touch on that, Dan? I can't remember exactly what we were thinking for that.
Yeah, we've considered trying to figure out different ways to basically make sorting easier in general. But yeah, this one's interesting where you just click on them instead of actually dragging. I assume that's kind of what you mean, like the actual drag gestures too much. You just want to be able to click. Let me know if I'm missing it though.
All right. Joe says, could you show football highlights as long as you use a courtesy?
Not sure if I'm frozen or Geige is frozen.
I think I disconnected for a second. Can you hear me all right?
Okay, that was me.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
That was me. I'm not an expert in what constitutes fair use, Joe. So I would do your own research and be careful on what you decide to share there. But yeah, bit of a gray area. Let's see. Julie says, I'm so glad YouTube stopped showing the thumbs down. Interesting. I didn't actually know.
I didn't know that either.
Oh, yeah, I'll have to check that out, Julie.
Permanently or just on live streams?
I'm not sure.
I thought they still had it, but maybe just in certain contexts. I love when someone's disconnecting and you never know if it's you or someone else. You're just kind of sitting there trying not to talk over them.
All right. Another question we had for you guys tonight. We're curious what we've asked a few questions about meetings in the past, but we're curious like what your favorite meetings product is or what you generally use to do your meetings, whether it's something like what's built into like Google Meet built into Gmail, or if you use something like Zoom. Just curious what your favorite product is there.
Teams, Slack, Skype, FaceTime. Also interested for those of you that use something like Zoom or Meet or anything else. Is it through your business? Like, is it through, the company you work for? Maybe it's your own company, or is it just something you have personally?
Let us know. John says, I've gotten away with it, but you need to keep the volume off and don't do a few more than a few seconds for football. So sounds like you should be very careful.
Interesting. Yeah.
Javier says, 2 weeks ago, I offered a webinar series for teachers. It was awesome. StreamYard for support formations for teachers online. It's awesome to hear, Javier.
Cool.
Michael says, I always use Zoom. I can screen share on mobile easily and using it on a personal account. Good to know. Diego says, I just tell people to meet me in the StreamYard studio at the end of any broadcast. Fair enough. Yeah, we're curious how many people use StreamYard for meetings as well. We certainly don't really advertise that as a use case, but we do know some people do that, which is cool.
Yeah. Definitely works.
Sounds like Marley's similar. Actually used StreamYard to do, without recording, to do video calls. Non-streaming studio just open for that. Very cool. Yeah, Dan and I actually do that ourselves as well for a few meetings.
Yeah.
Sounds like Luke is also on a Zoom personal account. Zoom definitely seems to be the most popular one in the chat.
Yep. And for those of you on the Zoom account, are you paying for Zoom, or what's the limit on the free plan? It's like 40 minutes or something?
Yeah, it's 40 minutes. I'd be curious how many of you are on the free version or have upgraded. 40 minutes seems, I'd be curious how many people stay on the free version versus upgrade.
And I wonder if you're on that plan, or you just like, you do at 39 minutes, like, all right, hold that, let me make another meeting.
NLTMW says, I use StreamYard for personal / side hustle meetings and MS Teams or Zoom for the day job. Cool. All right, should we go ahead and do the giveaway for tonight, Dan?
You betcha.
Awesome. Mario says, how can I make my own hashtag the yard thing? So I'm guessing for the giveaway, if you're talking about the giveaway tool, Mario, on that, let me screen share it. On that tool, I think Dan's already submitted it, but on that tool, you have the option to choose whatever keyword you like. So you could make it, hashtag Mario, the coolest YouTuber, or anything you want there. So for anyone new here that hasn't done this before, every week we give away some StreamYard stuff. So if you're interested in winning, just type in hashtag the yard in the chat and you'll be eligible to win. So we'll give you guys a bit of time to get that in.
Sweet.
Let's see here. One thing while we're waiting for this that we're curious to ask about is we're having some new types of merch made. So right now, as many of you know, we've got a hoodie, we've got the duck, we've got a coffee mug. Curious if there's any sort of like other fun StreamYard themed items that would be that you'd want to have, like slippers or a pen or something. Let us know. We're curious.
Water bottle.
Yeah, water bottle is generally a popular item. Charles, sorry, request the ability to use overlays as a guest in other people's live streams, on/off button for the host.
Ooh, interesting. So you'd be able to upload your own overlays?
Yeah, that's a cool idea. Like essentially sharing your own overlays with other broadcasters.
And I'd be interested, Charles, what types of overlays? Like, are these just what I always think of as like actual overlays, where it's like a transparent PNG type thing that has like overlay effects, or is it just like a static full screen image you want to show at the start of the show or the end of the show or something?
Let us know.
Good to go?
Yeah, let's go ahead and let's run it.
Good luck, everyone. What are we giving away, by the way? Did we mention that?
Not yet. We'll give away what Dan has in his background there, the StreamYard plush duck and a StreamYard pillow.
Cool. Let's do it.
Daniel, congrats. Thanks so much I've seen you tune in all the time. So awesome that you won. Dana Bentz will reach out to you to get your contact information and send you over StreamYard duck and the pillow. Congrats.
Woohoo. Nice.
Yeah, that's cool that Daniel won. I've seen him in here for a long time. Tony wants some SY sneakers. Nice. Gary says, can we have a video overlay? It's a cool suggestion. Gary, I'd be curious, we have considered adding more sort of standard templates in the brand tab that people can use. One reason for that is we have that countdown video already, and we thought most people would use it as just like to get an understanding of how things work, but it seems like a ton of people actually use it in their live stream. So we're certainly open to adding more there, maybe even making them dynamic to use your brand color or something like that. So yeah, let us know if there's, other than countdowns, if there's any other types of things that would be useful for you there. We're certainly open to adding more.
I was almost wondering if video overlay meant like a transparent video.
Oh, I see.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe clarify for us. As far as a video overlay, no, but you can do GIFs. So if you just want like a moving picture on top of the stream, you can do that with a GIF.
Yeah.
Gosh says, you're keeping this very short. Please make it at least an hour. We're connecting from UK and other partners from other parts of the world. Please make it longer. Thanks for the suggestion, Gosh. One thing we might do is maybe more infrequently, every month or every couple months, in addition to this, do like maybe a longer like webinar type style one. We'll play around with different ideas for folks tuning in from the different time zones.
Yeah, definitely appreciate the thought.
That's a cool idea. Christian says he'd appreciate a StreamYard mic flag. I never thought. I think that's like, is that like the foam thing on top of a mic? I think that's what a mic flag is.
Is that what those are called? I thought that was just like a pop filter. That's what you're talking about, like a pop filter that's like over top the mic instead of like the circular.
That's what I'm talking about, but I don't know what. Maybe that's not what a mic flag is, but it sounds like a cool idea. Maybe educate the person on what a mic flag is.
You sure it's not an actual just flag sticking off the mic? Stickers would actually be cool just to put on your mic. Like I think Dana has that, right? Just like a sticker on the mic.
Yeah, stickers would be cool for just putting on the actual microphone. All right, let's see if we have time for one final question or topic. One thing we wanted to ask you guys was, if you're not using, I know Facebook group is one of the most popular ones, but as far as something that's more real time and for chat communication, I was curious how many of you use Discord or Slack as another part of your community, and if you do, why you prefer one over the other, like why you use Slack versus Discord. We were just curious on that, and we don't have too much time, so maybe we'll ask it again next time or go through the comments afterwards. Yeah. Sounds like Michael definitely prefers Discord.
Yeah, Mike seems like a big Discord fan.
All right. Yeah, definitely. Oh, it seems like an even split. There's some Slack, some Discords. Tristan says, use both. Depends who it's for. Discord was great for our event this weekend, and audio is the win of Discord over Slack.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like similar feel, like similar purpose. I think they've taken a lot of features from each other, but I mean, different vibe, I guess. And you're right that audio, obviously, that's Discord's thing.
It's interesting how different the audience is on each one for like how similar the products actually are. Like one is very much like Discord, like gamers type. Now they're branching out a bit, but in Slack, obviously, so much for business. So it is interesting.
Yeah.
Marley's not a fan of either one. Fair enough. To be honest, I'm not a huge fan of. I haven't used Discord as much as Slack, but I find them both a bit difficult to manage at scale when you have a bunch of people in them.
Yeah.
All right. Looks like we're out of time here. This was episode 131 of the StreamYard Live Town Hall. Let me get my overlay here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We'll see you next week at the same time, Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific. Thank you guys.
See you next week, everyone.